everybody. Welcome to Afternoon Express. My name is Jeannie D.
Good afternoon, South Africa. My name is Palisa Tembe. I am feeling so great, aren't you, Jeannie?
I'm so ready for this weekend. You've got no idea.
Absolutely.
Let's get on with it. So, since the beginning of time, humankind has been searching for the meaning of life. And in that search, we have found that a sure way to find fulfillment in your life is to find purpose. So today's guests were lucky enough to find their purpose really early on. So we meet Dee Koala, a young, talented, up-and-coming rapper from Khayelitsha, and she definitely kicks off the weekend mode with her latest music. She's amazing,
Oh,
so
absolutely.
talented.
Love her. So we also meet radio broadcaster and TV anchor uGugulethu Mfuphi, who has been listed amongst the 200 Mail and Guardian honorees of 2019. Plus, we catch up with media personality Wayanda Tabete, who will be sharing... Oh, I love her too. She'll be sharing some skincare secrets for radiant skin. We would love to connect with you. So head over to our social media platforms and tell us about something that you've been struggling to let go of in any area of life. Tweet us at Afternoon Chat using the hashtag Afternoon Express or comment on our Facebook page.
I wonder if I can... I think I let go of things quite easily.
Same.
Do you?
I let go and move on.
Yeah,
Forget
I
and
don't
forget.
harbour. I go through something and then I just release.
Yeah, it's more toxic
It's the
for
only
you.
way to go on.
Yeah, it's more toxic for you who holds it on.
Definitely.
So I want to connect with you. Let us know what you've been
Yeah.
struggling with. That's interesting.
Stay light. Now, Dumi Mkokstad is considered one of the youngest gospel singers to start making music professionally. The Eastern Cape-born musician became famous for his angelic soprano and has gone on to release 11 albums to date, bagging numerous awards whilst composing for other musicians as well. So his single, Mbize, is what really thrust him into the limelight, making him music royalty. So we're asking you on our socials, what is the one question that you've always wanted to ask Dumi? Please don't forget to use the hashtag Afternoon Express on your comments, but also have a look at this first before the interview. You have got so many fans in our studio, but I think your music has that effect on people, hey?
I think it does. Ngiyabingelela. Greetings to you, ma'am. Greetings to everyone in the studio. Greetings to everyone at home. So yeah, I think my music has grown and has touched many lives, which is my intention.
Yeah.
To touch people's lives and actually
What a
change
joy,
people's lives.
what an absolute blessing. So I want to know a little bit about you. You grew up in Eastern Cape. What was your upbringing like? What kind of a kid were you?
That young boy who's always at home, playing soccer outside alone.
Yeah.
I was my own doing my own commentary. I was that young boy who went to school and lived like any other kid.
Yeah.
Started singing at a very young age, and somehow I was teased about my small, tiny voice and being a gospel singer. And yeah, you know, I grew up as a young boy who's just who loves singing. And luckily enough, my parents they both are born again.
Yeah.
And my dad is a pastor, so. I grew up within that environment, actually, just growing up and being a child of God and going to Sunday school.
I only learned the other day that PK stands for pastor's kid.
Yes, and I'm a PK. My wife is a BK. That's a bishop's child.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, bishop kid. So yeah, that's...
Do you think there's a lot of pressure growing up being a PK?
There is, because
you've got to behave. You can't be a naughty boy.
People actually expect you to be perfect just because your parents are pastors.
Yeah.
And I think it also comes with just being a born again, because the Bible says that we must be the light. We are the lights of the world.
Yeah.
So people expect us to actually be that. And be the difference in the world. So,
well, I think people should always aim to be the light.
Yeah.
Because light attracts light.
Exactly.
Now, you attract a lot of light. I heard that you were basically discovered at a funeral.
I was discovered at a funeral in Eastern Cape. I was singing. I used to work with the funeral parlor.
Yeah.
And I was discovered at a funeral. I was 9.
You were 9 years old?
9 years old.
Wow.
And I was singing with my family, my mom, dad, sisters and brothers, and a few members from our church.
Yeah.
And we were just singing at a funeral, and this guy came to us and he was like, I want to help you guys. I'm going to take you to Joburg. We were like, okay, done deal. We are famous. Then we went to Joburg. When we got to Joburg, we did our first album, which was supposed to be a group album.
Yeah.
But they ended up naming it after me.
Yeah.
Which for me, I didn't understand why.
Huge.
And then after that, everything just started working out. I joined Bula Music with my album in 2003. That was my first breakthrough.
Do you think, like, after your first single, because I mean, Mbiza was huge, did that just totally change your life?
So Mbiza came 13 years after I had started singing.
Yeah.
And I had been struggling for 13 years, and people used to see me on TV and were thinking that I had everything.
Yeah.
I used to sleep on the floor. I didn't stay at home with my parents for 13 years. I used to carry 2 rand at school. For lunch, and sometimes didn't bring any money. I was like any other kid. And in 2012 we recorded Mbiza. That's when everything just changed. And I won my first Gospel Crown Award. I think that's really where things changed.
Boy, life has just been giving and giving, because you've obviously worked so hard for it. 11 albums. I mean, you must spend a lot of time in studio.
I do. I actually now have my own studio. But those 11 albums are within the last 19 years that I've been in the music industry. Because I started when I was 9, and now I'm 29 now. So within that 20 years period, I released 11 albums. I also had a time where I focused a lot on school. Even went to varsity, and when I released Mbiza, it was a hit, and a lot of people loved it, and it kept me very busy. So I had to go to my parents and actually try and talk them out of the school situation.
What were you going to study? Like, if you weren't a gospel singer, what do you think you would have become?
I first went to UJ.
Yeah.
I did accounting. Hands down, hit me hands down. I went to UKZN. I did political sciences.
Okay.
And I did well. But then I released the Mbiza song, and then...
We're really glad it worked out for you the way it does. And South Africa really loves you. In fact, our socials have been going wild with popularity for you. Everybody wants a piece of you. So, Pali, our social media question was, what question would people in South Africa like to ask you? So let's see what we've got.
Absolutely, Jeannie. So we've asked you on our socials, what is the one question you've always wanted to ask Udomi? And Unokpila asked, how does he handle the pressure from the public on how he's supposed to live his life? Does it affect him? If it does, how?
It does affect me, and I think it helps me be a better person. Because I know what people expect of me, and as much as I'm not living for people, but I'm a Christ representative, so people need to see Christ in me. So I need to live in a proper way and actually be an example to other kids coming up. And I believe so far, so good, because I've got kids all over the country saying that I'm their inspiration. Some look up to me, call me their role model, and I think we're doing well so far.
Good for you.
I'm praying for more.
Yeah.
Praying for more.
Absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much for your question, Nokuphela. So connect with us online and ask us, what's the one thing you've always wanted to ask Udumi? Remember to use the hashtag Afternoon Express in all of your comments. So it's all things matrimony after the break as we meet Dumi's gorgeous new wife, Dr. Zipho Zenkosi. See you after the break.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express. So are you in the market for a new smartphone but aren't looking to spend a premium price? Well, LG's new Q60 is the perfect option for you. It offers the luxury of 3 rear cameras on the back of the phone and a selfie camera on the front, and all of this without the price tag of a premium smartphone. I mean, have you ever wondered what makes professional portraits look so good? Well, usually it's because of the background blur, which is referred to as bokeh.
Oh, okay, absolutely. So one of the V60's cameras is called a depth sensor and is a special lens that is able to make the subject stand out against any background, giving you that beautiful blur. So you can take share-worthy pics with your friends, food or pets with the bokeh you'd usually get from professional cameras.
Now, finding your life partner has to be one of the most momentous times in someone's life. Dumi and Zipho surprised the whole nation 2 weeks ago when they promised each other forever at their gorgeous wedding. Their lavish ceremony is one of the most romantic gestures we've seen in a very, very long time, and I think it had every woman wishing that they were the bride. So we want to know from you, what relationship advice would you like to ask the newlyweds? Head over to our social media pages and don't forget to use the hashtag Afternoon Express on your comments. Now let's have a look at a beautiful moment when Dumi sang a song he composed for his wife at the wedding.
Wow.
Yay! Oh, I always cry at weddings. Thanks for the invite, guys. So congratulations.
Thank you so much.
You looked incredible.
Oh, thank you very much.
What a bride. So how did you guys meet? Was it love at first sight?
Not really.
No, yeah. we met, I think we were 8 at church.
Yeah.
Because her dad is my bishop.
Yes.
And so I think the first conference that we were in together, that's when we met, and we used to play outside together with the other kids while church was going on. And so we've known each other ever since, and we became friends.
Yeah. And how long did you date for before you popped the big question?
We're in courtship, brother.
Yes.
Not dating. Since late last year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Then how did he propose?
So what was nice was that it was quite a private. There was nobody there. Not much. He was just somewhere, and then I didn't, because I don't know if you know Lobola, but I knew that he was gonna come at home for Lobola.
I know that I want a lot of cows. My Lobola is going to be very pricey.
So I knew that he was gonna Lobola, but he surprised me by proposing about a week before he went for Lobola, and then he just it was just the two of us, and he just went down on one knee and he proposed. I was really shocked. He went down on one knee.
You for being romantic. Now tell me about the wedding. It looked so lavish, so stunning.
Yeah. It was the best day of my life, and I actually always thought I'd just have a very small wedding, very, very small, with no one there. But I was like, you know what, let's just go all out. We didn't invite a lot of people, but it was just really, really a fairy tale. Then 2 days later, we had our traditional kind of umembeso on the Saturday, which was also just a dream come true.
I mean, really, all of your dresses were just outstanding.
Thank you so much. We had the time of our lives. Whilst he was working, I was planning. But it was great. It was really great. And the journey towards our wedding, I think I enjoyed that more than anything. That was really, really nice. Just kind of, it was quite private. We expected people to it wasn't a secret, and I think people think we were trying to make it a secret. No.
Well, because you got married on a Thursday. Why did you choose during the week?
I think for me, it's something that I've always wanted. And also my wedding, I wanted my wedding to be just my family. And so we had to bring on pastors as well from our church, and a few dignitaries of people that we know. But we just wanted it to be family. We both wanted it to be during the week, and then on the weekend we did the Membeso part, which is the traditional one. And it was for us. It was just amazing in everything that we wanted.
And then what was the controversy surrounding it?
So the controversy was that there were some ladies.
I heard there was a bit of scandal. What? I need to know. I need you to tell me the full story now.
So there were ladies that there was a lady who actually went on into a newspaper and said that I had promised to marry her. And I left on Thursday morning saying that I'm going to shoot a music video. Only to find out.
Did you know this lady?
Okay. Firstly, apparently it's Amanda something Bengu. I'm related with Bengu people. I don't know who she is. She says that she sent the media people a WhatsApp conversation. I do not have WhatsApp. I haven't had WhatsApp since 2014 for my privacy reasons. Also, the whole thing around it saying that I was hiding the whole thing. I planned the wedding
because,
with
you don't
on
know
a daily
this woman,
basis.
so why would somebody say that you were actually going to marry her and then married her? I mean, wow.
That's the thing. So they went and wrote that article, but it's been something that people were talking about, and I've been asking people, think about it. Plan a marriage.
Did she not have any proof or anything?
No, we don't know who she is. I've been asking people to actually ask her to come out. I had a meeting with the newspaper. I asked them, okay, if you guys think this is true, please ask her to meet me at your offices. And then you can write a story from that. So they called whatever number they called, and they said she refused to come.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry that happened to you.
Yeah.
I hope it hasn't put a little bit of a flat feeling
Honestly,
on such a special time for you.
It was hurtful.
Yeah.
Because I wanted her to enjoy like every moment of the wedding, and for myself as well. But it wasn't as much as I think for me. It was heartbreaking because the article came in on a Sunday after the traditional wedding.
Yeah.
For me, it was like, oh.
No,
why?
that will cut you.
But we thank the
Lord.
Lord.
I think it's so sad where, you know, when you're in a position where you've got so many blessings and you feel you're filled with so much love in your life that people don't want to see you happy. So I really hope that you can overcome it and just push through and really just let your love shine and build you
and
even more.
We just want to thank people for supporting us and standing with us in prayer. And, you know, just some people not believing everything that they see in the newspapers. We thank them and we appreciate the love and everything they do.
Your life becomes what you choose to see, and always choose to see the beauty in life. Ignore the darkness and ignore the negativity. Because South Africa loves you, and you can just tell by all of the social media that's been coming in. How many comments are there, Pali? Loads, I'm sure.
Loads. Social media is blowing up, but it's love and lights all the way on Afternoon Express. So we've asked you on socials, what relationship advice would you ask the newlyweds? And we've got Ukomola Jacob, and they asked, what made them believe that they were ready to spend the rest of their lives together?
Yeah, that's a very good question.
Right? So I think more than anything, we really rely on prayer.
Yeah.
We prayed about it. He came to me and he was like, because we'd known each other forever.
Yeah.
We've been friends. And he came to me and he was like, listen, I've known you now and I know you and I've tried to be with you, but I feel like now I'm ready. So I went and I prayed about it, and really I just, you know, sought counsel from God. And that's really how I knew I love him. And
And when I was 16, I told my parents, when they asked me who do I want to marry, I said her. So it was a blessing in disguise.
Oh, well, I've been telling my mom since I was 16 that I want to marry Leonardo DiCaprio. So let's keep praying.
Good luck with that. Wish you all the best.
Yes, to holding on to hope, Ginny. I'm right there with you. So let us know what relationship advice you would like to ask the newlyweds. Tweet us at Afternoon Chat using the hashtag Afternoon Express or comment on our Facebook page. So after the break, we meet up-and-coming rapper D Koala. Plus, we prepare a mouth-watering cheese chimichangas with Chef Aya. See you after the break.
Hey guys, my name is Anga Makubalo, aka Knock Music. I'm an actor and a musician.
My name is Bongs Dema, aka King B. We are the winners of TIOT 7. If you have a dream of being famous and actually getting money, this is the show for you.
Tropical Island of Treasure Season 9 is coming soon, so be on the lookout for entry details.
And if you're lucky enough, you could walk away with that smooth R1 million.
Tropical Island of Treasure, Curacao.
One, two, one, two, one, two. Just checking
out. Man, I've been broke. I was selling dope. Man, I've been broke, but I ain't do no. Selling wash, yo. Selling wash, yo. Selling wash, yo. Selling wash, yo. Man, I've been broke.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express. So Dee Koala is a young, gorgeous, ambitious, up-and-coming rapper whose catchy lyrics have attracted industry giants and fans alike. She describes her sound as trap instrumental that incorporates Xhosa and Cape Town township slang. But before we get started, have a little look at this.
No, I'm not just anybody, I'm just trying to be somebody. And I'm a Bali straight talk. I love Bali, fully cash, Bali, Mali. I'm just representing California. I said Cali, Haile Beat, is a Gabi man. I feel just like Umzali taking care of Easy Light. Cause there's like that rapper fan, Melika Panakanjan, Unga Biza, Nubangban, Tanganga, Gazipan, Kalu Ong, Aba Pants, these are pants, Pelicans. If you see me, Unelak, I'm a stalker, very man, even harder than it can. To make us, Unga Sam, Jaga Grand, Ungan, Digi Metin, Temple Sun, Dinekon, Dizekan, Ungan Kon, if I'm not.
You are just unbelievable. You're this fantastic ball of energy.
Thank you.
So where did it all start for you? I heard that you were discovered by Ricky Rick, who's my favorite.
Yeah, initially, like Yanga was looking for me on Twitter because my phone was off that day and people kept sending me screenshots and telling me, hey, Yanga's looking for you. And then I started talking to Yanga, and then immediately after that, a while after that, Ricky Rick came through and he called me over for the Major League Gardens. I think that was last year, and it was just like little 2 minutes nyana after his set, and then after that, that's where everything else kind of started. But initially, I started making music in like 2016.
Did you always want to be a rapper?
No, I wanted to be a pediatrician because I love kids. But then I was like, yo, school, guys. School.
No, that's not the message. I'm going to give you a snack. You've got to stay in school.
But like, I finished school, I finished my check, and I was like, Mom, I would like to do PR because I have energy and I like talking. And then Mom was like, do what you feel like doing. Then I had to sit her down and let her know that I love music and this is kind of what I want to do. And doing this, I also had to like prove to the family that I'm serious about this, and the work started showing through, and then she started believing me, and then now she's with me all the way.
And I think you really are talented. It's hard to deny somebody that if there was like min talent. But you really are very good.
Thanks.
You started off rapping in English and then you switched over to Xhosa. Why?
Because I had a lot of rapper friends at the time that were rapping in boom bap, in English, and then I used to send VNs to my friends and I'd be like, guys, does this sound dope? And they'd be like, yeah, this is actually dope, you should rap. And then I did it, and then I took out an EP, and then it was good and everything, but I was like, it sounds like everyone else. And then that's when I kind of did Uwuzit, and then Uwuzit was vernac with the Xhosa, slang Xhosa, and English, and that's where everything else started, and that's how I kept it going with the vernac.
I send a lot of local music to friends of mine overseas, and when it's in vernac, they just think it's such a vibe, which it is. What's Uwuzit about?
Uwuzit is actually like, what's up? What's going on?
Oh, like Uwuzit?
Yeah.
Okay, see, I'm down with the slang. Okay, so I cannot wait for you to perform. So Dee Koala preps us now for the weekend with a performance titled Sela Iwash.
Yes,
Dee Koala.
I'm proud of you.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey, man, I've been broke. I was selling dope. Man, I've been broke, but I ain't do no. Sell it wash, yo. Sell it wash, yo. Sell it wash, yo. Sell it wash, yo. Man, I've been broke. I was selling dope. Man, I've been broke, but I ain't do no. Sell it wash, yo. Sell it wash, yo. Sell it wash, yo. Sell it wash, yo. Nobody got money, money in the gun, in my plaka plaka. I'm a chita from the wash cause Bonabana, man. I go where you play, if it's a case like a jan. I saw them selling my way, never knew them gonna I started selling dope just to get the guap. And he's selling coke, selling plaka plaka. Who's a packing man? Don't get he's a up, he's a money one, he's a money man. From me, who make candies, cut up as a fan. And it's man, I've been broke. I was selling dope. Man, I've been broke, but I ain't do no. Sell it wash, yo. Sell it wash, yo. Sell it wash, yo. Sell it wash, yo. Man, I've been broke. I was selling dope. Man, I've been broke, but I ain't do no. Sell it wash, yo. Sell it wash, yo. Sell it wash, yo. Sell it wash, yo. I don't give give up what you say. Can I you met the SLA way? I go to the liquor, I pick and I pay. I don't like it, come away. It's like it was some anyway. I'm moving my bird, this any day. I know how to skate at this, why you delay? I pull up like, hey, I'm just fashionably late. I'm sorry, correct, so I do not relate. I'm trying to get me some more meat on my plate. Rappers are calling, rappers are wait. I know that man broke, homies will relate. We do not sugarcoat, we do not fake. We come to the party to sing it again. So parties got nothing to when they play. It's kinda less funny, you wouldn't relate. Man, I've been broke, I was selling dope. Man, I've been broke, but I ain't do no. Sell it, wash, yo. Sell it, wash, yo. Sell it, wash, yo. Sell it, wash, yo. Man, I've been broke, I was selling dope. Man, I've been broke, but I ain't do no coke. Sell it, wash, yo. Sell it, wash, yo. Sell it, wash, yo. Sell it, wash, yo.
Clover Fresh Milk is the #1 milk brand in SA. Made with love by Clover.
An electric performance indeed. Now it's Friday and it's time to gather the troops for a delicious Mexican recipe. So we've got 3 cheeses with our chimichangas and it is sure to be a crowd pleaser and kick off the weekend in the best way possible. And to do this, SMS the keyword Clover to 33650. Remember, SMSs cost R1.50 and free SMSs do not apply. Chef Ayad, from the music to the food.
Exactly. So this Spanish recipe will make you begging for more. So basically, chimichanga is made with a lot of fillings and rice. You can use dry meat if you want to, and shredded chicken. And then this time we're just using beans for it. Okay. So I'll start frying my onion here. And while I'm doing that, can you just open one, take out one for me there, and then
a nice tortilla wrap.
So it's a deep fried tortilla wrap that's just enjoyed with a side of guacamole and some salsa if you want. And some people make even coleslaw with it.
Oh, nice!
To just dip it in. I mean, it's a nice snack to have during the weekend, Friday night, and all of that. I mean,
absolutely.
For lunch. So,
I mean, what's the difference between a tortilla and uroti?
Uroti, you kind of make it stretch. You make it from stretch, and also the basics of making it, like the forms of how to make it. It's quite like a beautiful relationship when you're making a roti. And then it's tortilla. I mean, rotis, and then tortillas you can find them from the shops, and a lot of people find it hard to make them. Exactly, yeah. So okay. I'm going to be adding here my salt and pepper.
I mean, Chef Aya, what is a Mexican dish without some beans?
And a Spanish paprika.
And a Spanish paprika.
That's nothing. So
looking good.
You cook that and you let that reduce. Can you please open for me those garlic seeds?
Ooh, garlic and
ginger. Yeah, that's
ginger.
What we want.
It's my favorite thing in a dish.
So it's garlic and a chili, because Mexican food with chilies, oh my God, beautiful.
Beautiful. Remember, if you want to try this at home, simply SMS the keyword Clover to 33650. Today we are making this incredible tortillas, or rather chimichangas, with 3 Clover cheeses.
So basically, this is how you want it to look when it's done. So this is our film that we're going to be using today. So this is how you do it. So we've got Atasas, we've got Gouda cheese, and then we've got cheddar cheese from Clover. And then look at how beautiful
I was about to say, I'm such a cheese person. I'm already holding the cheeses ready for action, ready to go.
Let's get into it. So you're going to sprinkle some cheese on top of here.
Oh, nice.
Just enough to get it oozy and the
gooiness, the creaminess, the
and
decadence.
Also the beauty that you get from Clover. You get 3 different types of cheese that you can play around with. How beautiful is that? And then you just fold it smoothly. Look at that.
Stunning.
This is where you get dirty and play with your hands as well. This is what I like food. This is the only time I enjoy playing with food.
I could never get the wrapping right, so I'm paying close attention right now.
Easy. And then you use one of these.
Oh, to seal it all in.
Yeah, because I mean it's gonna go in the deep fryer, and then you don't want all the filling to pop out.
Okay, let me help you here. Let's make sure double reinforcement.
Hey, teamwork makes the dream.
Makes the dream work. That's my favorite saying, Chef. Don't burn yourself, please. Maybe.
No, I'm not.
Hi. Oh, Chef, it could easily go south. Whilst we're deep frying here, it looks like the oil is at the right temperature to get this looking delicious.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much, Chef Aya. If you want to try this at home, SMS the keyword Clover to 33650.
And then this is like the done product of it all. Look at that.
Absolutely good. If you want to see how this is made one more time, here's a quick recap.
love by Clover.
Clover Fresh Milk is the #1 milk brand in SA. Made with love by Clover.
That looks absolutely delicious. Now, if you have any questions for our guests about breaking into the music industry, please do tweet us at Afternoon Chat using the official hashtag Afternoon Express, or pop a visit over to our Facebook page. We meet radio broadcaster and TV anchor Gugulethu Mfuphi after the break.
Hi, I'm Brendan Paper. I was on Tropical Island of Treasure Season 8 with Lizanne Lazarus. We were Team Red and we won.
I brought the brains and Brendan definitely brought the brawn. And together, we made a smooth team. Auditions for Season 9 launch in August. So here's your chance to win Fame and Fortune, just like I did.
If you're talking about a smooth experience, this would be it.
Tropical Island of Treasure Season 9 on the beautiful Caribbean island of Curacao.
Tropical Island of Treasure, Curacao.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express. Now, Gugulethu Mfuphi is a true inspiration to women and girls all over the country. She is a world-class orator, and she's got a passion for finance, socioeconomic, politics, issues. So there's so much. I mean, you just stay so busy. Now, 2019 saw her becoming one of the phenomenal South Africans recognized for their career achievements in the 200 Mail and Guardian list of honorees. So do you have any questions related to finance, business and investments? Well, head over to our social pages and don't forget to use the hashtag Afternoon Express on your comments. So welcome to the show.
It's fantastic to be here. The energy is completely amazing.
Yeah, the studio is amazing and everybody around here is just so lovely. But this is all about you now. Welcome to the show. We're very, very happy to have you here. So tell us a little bit about yourself. How did you end up being this incredible influence, I suppose, on radio and on TV, making finance fun?
Well, that's the attempt, right? Well, like many other South African girls, I actually grew up with my biggest ambition wanting to be a nurse, actually. All because I liked the epaulets and how they looked on one of my aunt's shoulders. But throughout the course of growing up and being exposed to a variety of subjects in high school, I thought I'd be a chartered accountant. So that was the course of studying that I took. Yeah. And within my career on a university campus, then sidestepped and got introduced to campus radio by a friend of mine, Mami Mohlahlo. And through that, I managed to evolve and change and work for a variety of media industries and really craft this niche, I guess, environment to really try to build up on the foundation that's been set by many other business broadcasters, but really trying to appeal to individuals to make business understandable, business fun, because ultimately everybody loves money.
Yeah, and I think sometimes when you watch a lot of these shows, it seems so inaccessible to understand money and finance and economics and business. So how do you think media should be making it a little bit easier to understand?
I think it always goes back down to the basics, Jeannie, because you're quite right. I can also sit up in front of a camera and talk about the JSE All-Share Index is up or it's down and by so many percentage points. But fundamentally, for any South African who has a pension fund, you are actually invested into the JSE.
Yeah.
If you understand
and
that.
nobody realizes that.
Exactly.
Because it's just they see these numbers going up and down. It's so difficult to understand.
Right, but all these financial services companies who we actually give our money to, or perhaps even invest in some of their bank accounts, at some point within the transaction list or value chain, there is some kind of investment that you're actually making into the stock market. And it has been a very viable way of creating wealth for many individuals globally. And I think more and more South Africans have opportunities to actually tap into these markets at an affordable rate and a rate that they understand. And of course, the more we interact and discuss practical terms about how to create wealth, the easier it gets.
Do you think women are becoming a little bit more financially savvy?
Definitely, and I think at the same time we also need to upskill ourselves even more. And more we're seeing this because as women we have more opportunities to create wealth for ourselves given the career paths that we take, whether it's music or medicine like our previous guests or even you and I within the media space. But we often tend to let go of the ranks and the controls when we fall into relationships and you think, there's a man involved, so he'll be able to take care of that.
I'm guilty of that.
But in the cases of death and divorce, right, that's usually when you get struck with reality. So it's interesting to see as well how awakened we are becoming, but of course just remaining cautious on some of the traps or pitfalls that we happen to fall into.
So just for some of our viewers out there, what advice or tips would you give to them to take more financial control, I suppose?
Firstly, you can't solve what you don't know. So actually, as difficult as it might sound, but that B word, budget, have one. Go through your banking statements and actually physically understand what it is you're spending your money on, how much of it you actually want to spend in those particular spaces, and also what it is that you prefer to spend your money on, and that makes it easier to allocate. There's a myriad of products as well available on the market, Jeannie, to encourage people to save, and given that we are in the middle of July being National Savings Month, a tax-free saving account is literally just that. You put your money into some kind of saving or investment option, and you won't be taxed on the money that actually gets reduced or deducted from that particular account. And of course, invest. There's an interesting stat from some of the banking fraternities that actually indicate that women are becoming more property owners in South Africa. So believe it or not, right, we've got those title deeds, and I think it's an opportunity we need to capitalize on more.
Let me just tell you, you know, usually I get so uncomfortable having like money conversations, but with you, I can listen to you speak about money all day.
Oh,
you just do it so well. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thanks, Jeannie.
So we've asked you on our social media channels, do you have any questions related to finance, business and investments? So Mumpelo Ndlovu asked, what is your take on 32-day deposits? What is a 32-day deposit?
Well, a 32-day deposit, any of the major banks actually offer this, and it allows you to put your money into a specific account. But here's the catch. You earn interest on this, but it's usually linked to inflation, so maybe about 6%.
Okay.
So if you put in 100 Rand, you'll get 600 Rand on your money.
What?
But that's within 32 days.
That's amazing.
And for you to actually withdraw your money from that kind of account, you need to wait for 32 days. So I think it is an option to use to save. However, you need to make sure that when it comes to the time of withdrawal, you actually have 32 days on your side, literally a month basically, before you actually can withdraw some of that money.
That's like gambling. What are the risks? I mean, can you lose?
Well, not necessarily lose, but I guess the waiting period is what creates the sense of anxiety for a lot of South Africans because you need to be fairly patient. But great if you want to save up for
100 Rand, get 600 out?
No, not 600, 6 Rand.
Oh, 6
Or
Rand.
maybe even less, because that might actually be obviously linked to the inflation rate, which changes constantly. And that's why you need to listen to people like you and I who talk about the interest rates
I
and
wouldn't
the MPC.
take my financial advice if I were you. I would listen to this lady. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much,
It's
Jeannie.
great having you.
The search is on for the next brand ambassador, and it could be you. The next brand ambassador is an exciting new reality show where candidates compete in various challenges to test their marketing skills, teamwork, and creativity, where ultimately the 3 most worthy will each win the opportunity to work with the marketing team at the bank awarded Best Bank in South Africa. If you think you possess the necessary skills to outperform the rest, record a short video introducing yourself and tell us why you have what it takes. Visit thenextbrandambassador.com for all the T's and C's and details on how to send your video and your CV via WhatsApp to enter. Entries for Johannesburg candidates close at midnight on Monday, 15 July. So get those entries in and live better with the Next Brand Ambassador and SABC3. The stage is yours. Proudly brought to you by Capitec.
The new reality show, The Next Brand Ambassador, starts broadcasting from the 15th of August right here on SABC3, and the call to entry is currently underway. The series will follow the search for 3 industry-leading marketing talents to represent South Africa's #1 retail bank, Capitec. So if you think you have the smarts and sussed enough to take on some of South Africa's best marketers and influencers, enter to be considered as a contestant on the show. Visit thenextbrandambassador.com for full details on how you can enter and also those important T's and C's. Enter now and stand a chance to be a contestant and live better with Capitec and the Next Brand Ambassador, coming soon to SABC3.
The search is on for the next brand ambassador, and it could be you. The Next Brand Ambassador is an exciting new reality show where candidates compete in various challenges to test their marketing skills, teamwork, and creativity, where ultimately the 3 most worthy will each win the opportunity to work with the marketing team at the bank awarded Best Bank in South Africa. If you think you possess the necessary skills to outperform the rest, record a short video introducing yourself and tell us why you have what it takes. Visit thenextbrandambassador.com for all the T's and C's and details on how to send your video and your CV via WhatsApp to enter. Entries for Johannesburg candidates close at midnight on Monday, 15 July. So get those entries in and live better with the Next Brand Ambassador and SABC3. The stage is yours. Proudly brought to you by Capitec.
Keep those entries rolling in. Now, Ayanda Tabete is easily one of the most beautiful women in South Africa. A big part of this is her radiant skin. And to help her get ready to be she's going to help you get ready to be the next face of Ponds. She's sharing some skincare secrets.
When your skin is healthy, it shows in the way it glows. As a public figure, I always try to look my best, and these are some of my favorite skincare secrets. Cleansing. The first beauty rule is cleansing every morning and night, as it removes dirt, dust, excess oil, and makeup residue, which could end up clogging your pores, causing a dull complexion. I use the Pond's Perfect Color Complex Facial Foam as it contains Pro-Vitamin B3, which is known for its dark mark reduction properties. The gentle foam cleanses deeply into the pores, leaving my skin feeling soft, smooth, and sparkling clean. Hydrate. My second rule is to keep hydrated. I also use a moisturizer that will hydrate my skin cells deep inside. I love the Pond's Perfect Color Complex Beauty Cream, which both hydrates my skin and reduces the appearance of dark marks. Do you want to join me and become part of the Ponds family? Enter to become the next face of Ponds.
So do you have what it takes to join the Ponds family and be the next face of Ponds? Well, all you have to do is purchase any Ponds products. Visit faceofponds.co.za, fill in the entry form, the last 4 digits of your product barcode, and upload a selfie and bio. After the break, we've got an incredible performance brought to you by Dumi.
I am the face of Ponds. Are you?
As promised, more music and more fun ushering you into the weekend. Do not move a muscle because we've got Dumi performing live in the loft. See you then. back to Afternoon Express on this afternoon. Friday. Can I get a Friday?
Friday.
I need more energy, but I know I'll get that in this performance. Look, Dumi Mkokstad's voice is one of those voices that feel like heaven is descending on you when you hear it. And as we go into the weekend, we hope that you are blessed through his music, performing a song called Ungayeki Uktandaza, which simply means don't stop praying. Dumi Mkokstad, ladies and gentlemen, take it away.
Thank you, ma'am.
Ngiphunyukile okibeni bengisebukhoneni benkosi ebongithandaza khona izinto ey'khululwayo edolweni khona izinto ey'qaqekayo emthandazweni nami ngifike ngatshela uNkulunkulu wangizwa ezulwini ukuthandaza ungayeki mama ukuthandaza izulu libhekile ukuthandaza abantu bathembile bakulimazile ihlobo zithelile wakhala kubani basuka kuJehova ungayeki sengashintsha lolu daba lalela kungenzeka ulimele manje yekela abantu bakuthele uNkulunkulu ubhekile kanti khona izinto ey'qaqekayo emkhulekweni mama ithizwi esibophile emhlabeni nasezulwini kubashiwe masuka kusimakade yabalakala ushonaphi qina edolweni mama qina edolweni baba sisengashintsha lezi
Afternoon Express. Made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.